Christine Taylor from Oil Culture, and I am going to walk you through how to use FLODESK. It's our easy email marketing platform, and let's go through on how to use it. So this is what the login page looks like. You're just going to simply either sign up for an account or log in. And this is what the main homepage looks like. So over on the far right here, you have all of your system settings. So if you need to look at your plan and your billing, you want to sign out, you want to look at your email setup, it's all right here on the right side. You can even share FLODESK with a friend, and that will give them the beta price of 50% off, which is $19 a month. Up here across the top, you have where your emails will live, your audience, forms, and workflows, which we'll go through each of these in just a moment. And if you ever need to get back to the home screen, you will just click FLODESK here, and this will always take you back to the main screen. So let's look at emails. Your emails will all live here, and you can just simply go into edit. There's also these three dots up here, which are your list of actions. So if you want to duplicate an email that you really liked the format and the layout, you can duplicate it. You can choose view it in your browser, which will just be a nice clean look to the email. You can share out the link with people, you can rename it, and you can delete it. So we are going to edit this email here. So up here, you can upload a logo. So you can click on Manage My Logo, and you can upload whatever logo you would like. Or if you don't want to have a logo, you can just remove this block by clicking this little trash can here. You can change the size of your logo. If you want it to be a bit bigger or smaller, you can add a link if you want it to link directly to a website or a Facebook page. So that's all about managing your logo. Here, this little plus icon I'll get to in just a moment, but let's talk about a header. So you can click and actually let's go into here for a moment. If you go into layouts, and at the very top here you can click this page, and this has some different header fonts, so I just wanted you to be aware of that. There's another text box as well. But let's say we are creating a new email. You can change all of the fonts here. So we always like this beautiful script here. You'll get used to which ones you enjoy using the most and what is brand appropriate. But you can adjust the size. You can change the thickness of the letters. The font colors, there's beautiful color palettes here. If you have custom hex codes that you like to use, you can enter them in here. Otherwise, you can stick with this beautiful color palette that FLODESK provides you with. If you want to center it or have it to the right or to the left, you can adjust the spacing. So this is very helpful when you want to have just more space in between letters, especially on headings. So this, letter spacing is here. This is just going to space out the letters further or closer. And then when you have multiple sentences and you want the line height to be adjusted, that's what this is for here. So if you want to add any spaces in between, so I always like to have more light and airy, so I can add a spacer here. If you see the letters cutting off like this, you just need to adjust the padding. So under block here, the padding, you can add some padding to the top and padding to the bottom. So spacer blocks are great. If you want to have multiple text fonts in one block, so you're just going to highlight here, and this will adjust the font and then highlight this one. Maybe you want this to be a different font, and you can adjust the size and you can adjust the color. So getting into graphics, this is just, you can easily take the graphics off. You can upload your own images. Very easy and straightforward. You can adjust the size of your graphics here. And that was just simply by, if you add this little plus icon and you can add image. And there you go. You can add a link to it if you'd like. So if you wanted to link to a website, when the person clicks that image in the email, it will link to that website. So another way to import graphics and images is by adding layouts. So FLODESK has a beautiful curation of all different types of layouts that you can just click and say you wanted to use this one. You're just going to upload your image in here. And you can swap out this text to, oops, I think I clicked off too fast. Here we go. Sometimes your fingers want to move faster than the computers want to upload. You can swap out the different text here. And again, if you want to, oh, this one I guess doesn't have a font color because, oh, there we go. Maybe this layout you can't adjust the font color. So anyway, you can play here with different layouts that you would like. And as you can see, there's plenty to choose from. Again, you'll just upload your image. You can adjust the different shapes as you can see up here. If you wanted a circle or you wanted it a square. And you just simply change out your text. So that's that. What else is in this little plus icon here? So if you wanted to embed a video, you'll just simply click that and you can embed a video from YouTube or Vimeo. If you wanted to add your Instagram feed here, when you have it linked up as one of your social accounts, you can manage all your linked accounts by clicking here. And what else have we got here? This is just a simple text box. So as you can see for this one, this is just a simple text box. So again, you can change it out, change the font color, change the size. All depending on how you want it, what you would like to do. So also on here, we have a link bar. If you wanted to have a bunch of names linked on to, you can have link 1 maybe to your blog, link 2 to your website, link 3 to your shop, and link 4 to your contact page. You would just simply swap out the text here and then link to where you would like it to link. There's also a button. We use this quite often if we want to direct them to our shop. Again, you can customize everything that you would like to do here. Also up here is a divider. So this is a nice way to kind of segment from one topic to another in your emails. We went through the spacers. Adding your social links. So you might want to put them in the middle of your email. Lots of times we have it down here at the bottom, and it's really nice. You can change it to these different icons. And again, you can change the color to go with the color scheme of your email or the color scheme of your brand. Is there any other other things in here? If you have a custom footer that you like to always have, we usually just duplicate an email, and so it's always the same footer. We don't change it too often. Sometimes we'll change the color scheme and your address. So also part of email law is you must have an address. So if you're not comfortable having it as your home address, you can change it to a PO box. And then you also need to keep the unsubscribe button on the bottom, as that is part of the laws for email. So once you've compiled your email, you can click this little heart here and save it as one of your favorites, so you don't have to go back and recreate the whole template. You just swap out the graphics and the fonts. You can also send a test to yourself to see what it looks like in an email. This is a cool feature here. You can click on here and you'll see what it is going to look like on somebody's phone. So if the words are being, say the header is, you want this just to stay in on one line, you don't want it to be broken in two lines, just clicking onto that little phone icon, you can make sure that you don't have to size the font down because it might be too big once it gets onto a phone. And so once you are ready to send, you're just going to click on to next. You can adjust who the email is coming from and the sender's email. There's always a fun part of making fun subject lines, adding emojis in there, making them clickable. And then you're going to tell it what people you would like to send it to. So we'll get into segments in a moment. If you just wanted to add an individual, then that is where you're going to do it. And then you can schedule it. So you can send the email right now. You can schedule it to go out. Maybe you did a whole bunch of emails, you made 5, and you want to batch them to go out in every week. This is where you're going to do that. So let's move on to audience. So subscribers, this is where all your subscribers are going to live. And as you can see here, there's different segments that my subscribers are on. So someone might have downloaded lots of different kind of options or freebies that we've given away. And so they're on all different types of lists. We have a basic list, we have a business builders list. We might have someone that's on a wait list for something. So that's where that all lives. And in segments, so if you say we're going to create a new customer list. And so anyone that you want onto your new customer list, this is where they are going to go. And we'll talk how that works in a little bit. So workflows, actually, this is where that segment works. So say you want to create a new customer workflow. You can again use some of their templates that they have here, or if you just want to start one from scratch. So this is a new customer workflow. We want to have maybe 5 emails on here to welcome them. So the first thing, you're going to add a trigger, and our trigger is going to be when they are added to that segment we just created. So as soon as they're added to this, their email address is added to this segment, then this workflow is going to be started. So we're going to start it with an email. We're just going to use one of our emails that we have already created. And then you can add a time delay. So say we want, okay, in 2 days, we're going to send email number 2. So we're just going to upload the second email. And then you want to add another time delay for the third, and so on. Or if you would like them to take action based on a condition. So if they said yes or no to maybe something you were asking for in their, if they clicked on a specific link or whatnot. So here you can just tell FLODESK what you would like them to do after they have taken certain actions on here. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Then you're just going to publish your workflow. And last thing is forms. So this is if you have a website or you have a blog and you want to capture people's email addresses. This is giving you, let's see here, you can create a full page or something in line that goes in a website like a banner, or if you just want to have something that's going to pop up, maybe if they're on your website for 10 seconds and then it pops up. But a full page is super helpful when you are, you don't have a website yet. You just want to maybe send them to a specific URL landing page, and that's what this would be. And then you can capture their email address, and I ask the emails that are captured on here to go onto my new customer list. So that's what you do here. No, I don't like to require double opt-ins. No, I do not want to be notified when they subscribe. And then you can redirect them back to a URL, or you can display a success message like, thank you, you're now on our list, and check your emails for more detail, or something like that. So that is a little tutorial on how to use FLODESK. It is super straightforward. We hope you enjoy building your emails out and connecting with your customers. We just think that that's a super important part of the business is customer communication, keeping them engaged. And don't forget, sometimes, you feel like you're bothering your customers, but they can just delete the email if they don't want to see it at that time. And next week when you send an email, they might be ready to engage with you. So keeping top of mind is one of the tricks with owning a business and being available for when your customers are ready. And don't forget to send them informational emails. 80% of your emails should be bringing value to the customer, so teaching them tips and tricks, and 20% only for selling. So no one wants to just get selling in their inbox. They want to have value brought to them. All right, thank you from listening from oilculturelabels.com.